hearing yesterday when Senator Kennedy asked you, Director Patel, I watched some of your Senate hearing yesterday when Senator Kennedy asked you, you've seen most of the files, who, if anyone, did Epstein traffic these women to besides himself? You replied, according to the transcript, there is no credible information that he trafficked them to anyone else. You also said somewhere in the hearing and here today that the problem is that the case files are constrained by limited search warrants from 2006 to 2007 and that the non-prosecution agreement hamstrung future investigations.
Did you know a sitting Republican congressman just publicly pressed his own party's FBI director for names, on camera, in a congressional hearing? This wasn't a normal day on Capitol Hill. This is the day Thomas Massie looked at Kash Patel and basically said, you have the names. Where are they? Today we're breaking this down piece by piece, with the actual footage, and I'm going to show you why this isn't just political theater. This goes back to a story that's been unresolved since 2019.
Documents. According to victims who cooperated with the FBI in that investigation, these documents in FBI possession, your possession, detail at least 20 men, including Mr. Jess Staley, CEO of Barclays Bank, who Jeffrey Epstein trafficked victims to, victims including minors, such as Virginia Roberts Giuffre, may she rest in peace. That list also includes at least 19 other individuals, one Hollywood producer worth a few $100 million, one royal prince, one high-profile individual in the music industry, one very prominent banker, one high-profile government official, one high-profile former politician, one owner of a car company in Italy, one rock star, one magician, at least 6 billionaires, including a billionaire from Canada. We know these people exist in the FBI files, the files that you control. I don't know exactly who they are, but the FBI does. Have you launched any investigations into any of these people, and have you seen these 302 documents?
Sir, I have asked my FBI agents to review.
Okay, let's break down what you just watched. What Massie was referring to is something called FD 302 forms. These are official FBI documents that agents write up after interviewing a witness. Massie's argument is that these forms may contain names tied to Epstein's network that have never been made public. Now here's the important context. This isn't just one congressman's suspicion. It's part of a much bigger legal process. Congress actually passed an act requiring the Department of Justice to make Epstein-related files public within a set deadline. But there are carve-outs. Victims' names can be withheld, along with anything that could compromise an active investigation. Kash Patel, as FBI Director, has consistently said the Bureau will release what it can, lawfully and legally, produce. He's also pointed out that 2 separate U.S. attorneys' offices, across different administrations, reviewed these files and didn't find anything that met the legal bar of probable cause. So here's the clash. Massie is pushing for full transparency. Patel is saying there are legal limits on what can go out.
Sir, I have asked my FBI agents to review the entirety of the Epstein files and bring forth any credible information. And we're working with Congress not only to divulge that information and produce it to you, but any investigations that arise from any credible investigation will be brought. There have been no new materials brought to me launching a new indictment.
Let's step back from the political back and forth for a second. This isn't just about a list of names. Behind this are Epstein's survivors, people who, since his death in 2019, have been asking for answers. Many believe the full truth still hasn't come out, and that powerful people connected to this network have never been publicly named. That's part of why this issue doesn't break cleanly along party lines. Massie is a Republican, but he worked with Democrats to push this bill through. That tells you this isn't a typical left vs right fight. Lawmakers on both sides are demanding transparency here, and that's really what makes this story matter. It's not just a Washington power struggle. It's about people who've been waiting years for answers. Analysis. This is our own assessment, not confirmed fact. Based on the legal deadline, the DOJ is required to release documents, but a lot could still be withheld through redactions. My take is that in the coming weeks, we'll likely see a partial release rather than the full files. Whatever the courts allow through, lawmakers like Massie will keep the pressure on, and if the release is delayed or incomplete, expect this to be back in the headlines fast. Again, that's analysis, not a guaranteed outcome. Let me know in the comments what you think happens next. Let's clear up 3 things going around on social media right now. Myth 1. The files are completely hidden and nothing will ever come out. Fact: Congress passed a legally binding 30-day deadline requiring at least partial release. Myth 2: this is only a Democrat issue. Fact: Thomas Massie, a Republican, is the one who led this push. Myth 3: Kash Patel is deliberately hiding documents. Fact: Patel's official position is that the FBI is releasing what it can lawfully produce. That claim hasn't been independently verified or disproven at this point, so that's the full story. What Massie asked for, how Patel responded, and what this is actually about underneath all the noise. If this video helped you understand it better, hit subscribe. We break down the biggest stories in US politics every day. Straight facts, no spin. Drop a comment. Do you think the full files get released or not? See you in the next one.